It sounds very simple. Get in tune with your body, do something physical, go outside and look up at the sky and take deep breaths. I did this about 20 minutes ago, and I also did it last night. I was a little bit emotional today and yesterday. It's a game changer. What, we all live in a house or an apartment or wherever. Something with four walls typically, and just like, okay, I'm in here. The energy is kind of constricted. When you're outside and you look up, you instantly realize like, oh, there's something bigger than me here. You don't have to take it to the whole spiritual, sense of like, oh, there's definitely a God or there definitely isn't, but just like the pure energetic shift that you have from looking up, especially if there's stars outside, and just taking these deep breaths. Really anything in nature. Sitting in nature, walking in nature, and it doesn't have to be perfect weather. Do you feel more ideal when it's a sunny, no cloudy day and blue skies? Absolutely. But you can still make an absolute incredible energetic shift. Depression floats a little bit away. I'm not guaranteeing that it floats away completely in any way, shape, or form, but you feel something different. I'd say journaling really helps. Writing down, like, why do I feel like this is coming up? Is there a root cause to it? Was there a certain situation today that caused it? Was it something that happened a month ago that I'm still thinking about? Am I anxious about the future? Although if it's depression, it's usually something of the past. How deep does this go? Is this a reflection of my internal experience as a whole as a human being? Do I feel like I'm not good enough? Do I feel like everything I do is never enough? Do I feel like I'm never productive? Do I feel like my family relationships suck? You're going to find a lot of answers, and here's the cool thing about journaling is usually right after you start to jot a few of these things down, you get into the flow. Flow state is essentially a different dimension where your body and your mind is just interconnected with whatever the task is that you're doing. You're completely present in the moment. People can also achieve this through like some meditation sessions. I kind of get into that zone when I'm journaling, when I'm walking, when I'm playing the drums. It's something creative. Once you get into this flow, you're going to find that you're just writing, and you're not thinking of the thoughts that you're putting out on paper and what you're struggling with. You're just kind of writing about it. And then sometimes what happens for me is I get 3 pages in. I'm about 30 minutes into my session, and I finish writing the sentence. I put my pen down, and I look 3 sentences back, and I go, oh, that's the answer. That's what I was looking for. That's the shift. That's the new mindset. That's the new perspective. That's the new information that I need to apply. This is the thing I need to do tomorrow to fix this. A lot of the depressive emotions that I experience are as a result of me being lazy and of me having an idea or a deep knowing of exactly what I need to do, but I don't do it. I don't do it maybe because it's like, oh, it feels like it's easier to not do it today, or I don't feel like it. Things have been difficult for me recently. We come up with all these different excuses for ourselves. And the excuses seem valid in the moment, right? Because it's like, oh, I just don't feel like it today. So, okay, well, not feeling like it today turns into tomorrow, and the day after that, and the weekend, and then Monday, and then it goes on. And then you find yourself sitting in depression because you're just like, I'm not doing anything. And we didn't do anything because we constantly let the emotion carry over from day to day. So another thing, identify a few, like 1 or 2 things that you can do that you enjoy. It only takes a 5-minute commitment or a 30-minute commitment. And you say, I know when I do this, it makes me feel better. Let me go do it right now. And if it's not right now, since you're on the call, it's the second this call ends, I'm going to do that thing. And again, you might be like, well, after the call, I have to go talk to my family, or I got to go do this thing, or I have homework, or I have my job thing that I have to attend to, or this with my business. And what you're going to do is say, I'm going to fit in whatever I can. Maybe you got 30 minutes that you can fit in tonight. Maybe you only have 2 minutes. But just, depending on what it is, 2 minutes of something, that's what we always, and we've talked about this before, that's what we always discredit. Discredit the time commitment to things. So we say to ourselves, well, if I'm not committing the 4 hours a day that I want to doing this thing, 2 hours a day, or 30 minutes, or 10 minutes is nothing. So I might as well just not do it, and then I'll do it tomorrow. I'm guilty of this. It's something I'm still working on. What it does is we constantly push it off, and what are we doing? We're pushing off our soul. We're pushing off our desires. We're pushing off our beliefs. We're pushing off our success. We're pushing off making more money. We're pushing off everything that we desire. And then time goes by and we say to ourselves and we complain, why am I not getting what I want? Why am I not getting the results that I desire in my life? It's because you knew what you needed to do and you chose not to do it because what? Because you felt a little bit uncomfortable in the moment. That's where the whole consciousness conversation comes into place. Of being aware of your emotions, the awareness of you in separation from the emotional experience, but also how intertwined they are, but saying like, okay, these are the thoughts and these are the feelings and these are the actions or inaction that my brain is telling me to do or not do based on the emotional experience I'm having. And here's my logic coming into play saying, well, I definitely need to do this for the next 5 minutes to get to where I want to go. Listen to that part. But also give yourself the space to express that other part and to let it be there. And the whole integration process with all of our emotional experiences, it's like, okay, you got the angel on one shoulder and you got the devil. It's like, no, it's not angel and the devil. It's just two parts of you that have a little bit of a difference in opinion, and there's a little bit of a split there. So what you have to do is integrate it and give both of these beliefs, both of these thoughts, both of these emotions the space to be felt and experienced, so that your body and your brain can come to the full realization, okay, this is the decision I need to make. This is the thing I need to do. The worst thing that we can do is shame ourselves, which we do all the time. Now, a lot of us think deep shame is like, well, actively telling yourself, like, you're a piece of shit. It's not necessarily saying the words, you're a piece of shit, but every single time an emotion comes up that you're uncomfortable with and don't like that it's there, you saying, go away, is telling yourself, I'm a piece of shit, I can't experience this. And then you have to ask yourself the further question, why can't I experience this? Why is it not okay for me to feel? And then what oftentimes comes up? What has come up for me? Oh, it's because I'm a man. No, men can't feel that. I have to be stoic. I can't express myself. Are there times as men where we should be stoic and we need to push through whatever the painful experiences that we're having? Absolutely. But to make that your core belief standard operating procedure, which is what it unconsciously is for most of us, it's absolutely detrimental in every single way, shape, or form. So I'd say just try out a few of those basic methods to start off with, kind of interacting with the depressive feelings. Try a few of those. Get back to me. Let me know if you're finding you're making any progress with them. If not, then we'll come up with something else together.